Hawaiians were a very religious and a very forgiving people, just like how they are today. Our elites, our rulers, decided that they wanted to have a piece of property that they could build a temple dedicated to forgiveness. So anyone who did anything wrong in our ancient period could come here to this 622 acres, find this temple called the Heiau, staffed by four Hawaiian men. Kahunas is the name they gave them. These were priests, and these priests specialized in the forgiving of things you did wrong. So it didn't matter what you did wrong, you could come here and be forgiven. You would stay here for about a month, learning all the Hawaiian protocols that were needed for you to become, to be forgiven. And then you could go back to wherever you came from at the end of that period, and no one would take any reprisals against you, no matter what you did. No matter what you did. So imagine that today. Imagine come to a place where no matter what you did wrong, you could be forgiven. Oh, what a deal. I would love that. How about you? Hey? Well, anyway, so this is called a pu'uhonua, a place of forgiveness, a place of refuge, 622 acres, dedicated by our ancient people as a place where you could come and when you left, no reprisals whatsoever by order of the king. Anybody who took any reprisals against you, they would be severely punished by the king because they broke his law, the law of forgiveness. Now in this area, left and right, front and back, this is where all of it occurred. It is where the kings and queens of our ancient period lived. This is where their children were brought, and their children were trained by other ali'is, and the training period lasted several years to teach them all the protocols that were needed for them to be the future leaders of the Hawaiian people. So if you look on the right side, you see the picket fence. Take the picket fence from your mind. Imagine young children of all ages being trained by kahunas that were given the Hawaiian name Kumu, K-U-M-U. Kumu was an instructor that would teach the young ali'is everything that was needed for them to be qualified as being the next ali'i. So these young men and women, what occurred here is that they were trained, then they were given a piece of property, and that piece of property, they judged them on how they took care of the people and how they managed the property for the ali'is, or the rulers. And then when they did that, they would give them a larger piece, a larger piece, a larger piece, until they were given almost a whole island to rule. So that's how it was done in those days. If you look at on the right-hand side, what do we do with that property today? Well, we have a lot of weddings, a lot of graduation parties, a lot of family reunions. A lot of people come to the ranch, and looking for a place to get married. And this is the best place because, in my opinion, in ancient time, it was a sacred place. And a lot of people know that. So that's why they get married here in that area behind us. They have graduation parties and a whole gamut of things. So in front of me, on the left and on the right, you see these beautiful canopy trees. They don't have very many leaves now because, well, that time of the year has come where the leaves will drop. But these are called monkey pod. They were introduced in Hawaii in 1847 by a young entrepreneur by the name of Samuel Wilder. This young man introduced these trees. They come from Central America. The Ladd brothers, they started the very first sugar plantation, and these sugar plantations